At 28 stories tall, Century Tower isn't even considered a skyscraper by modern standards. In fact, Chicago has more than 70 buildings taller than Century Tower. It isn't as iconic as the John Hancock Building. Nor does it define the Chicago skyline like Willis Tower. Nevertheless, Century Tower stands as an enduring symbol of the hardworking Chicago spirit. Century Tower stands modestly at 182 West Lake Street in between the new East Side and Loop neighborhoods of Chicago. Finished in 1930, it was the last Chicago skyscraper to break ground before the stock market crash of 1929. Century Tower was designed by architects Frederick Thielbar and John Reed Fugard, a relatively new firm that had built other structures in Chicago, such as the Jewelers and the McGraw-Hill buildings. Century Tower, however, was their biggest and most ambitious project yet. Construction of Century Tower was not without its difficulties. The architects had to reckon with the lot's small size, its closeness to the L tracks, and the 1923 Chicago zoning ordinance, which specified setback requirements for buildings that exceeded 260 feet in height. Nevertheless, the architects persisted. When finished, Century Tower was the tallest reinforced concrete building in the world. Century Tower was commissioned by the Trustees System Service, a bank that specialized in giving small business loans to Midwestern farmers. The building's exterior decoration appeals to the bank's blue-collar clientele and unique Midwestern culture. At the top of the building is a ziggurat cap, topped by a stylized corn cob, a special nod to the importance of the crop in the Midwestern economy. Relief sculptures by world-renowned artists Gwen and Eugene adorn the building's exterior. Sculptures framing the lobby's entrance show allegorical depictions of the history of commerce. Most notably, the sculptures connect to a unique Midwestern history through depictions of Native Americans. Other reliefs on the south and west facades of the building represent Roman deities Mercury and Ceres. Mercury, the patron god of commerce, speaks to the building's purpose as a financial institution. Ceres, the goddess of agriculture, appeals to the Midwestern farmers who made up so many of the bank's customers. In classical mythology, Ceres was intrinsically connected with the common people. She was especially associated with farmers, who often sacrificed the first crops of the harvest to her. References to Mercury also appear on the spandrels below the building's main setback. These are ornamented with Art Deco style terracotta representing the caduceus, a winged rod with two snakes circled around it classically associated with Mercury. The building also features work by prominent Chicago-based artist Edgar Miller. Miller designed the cut-lead grillwork that covers the two-story gap above the building's entry doors. The glass depicts men doing manual labor such as farming and mining, work that the bank's customers likely did themselves. Through all of these elements, Century Tower celebrates the beauty of the everyday man. Whereas other skyscrapers that fill the loop cater to Chicago's wealthy elite, Century Tower speaks to the farmer, the manual laborer, and the 9-to-5 worker alike. Over time, however, the working-class message behind Century Tower has been forgotten. Today, the building is a condominium complex that houses the upper class of Chicago. But Century Tower's message is still out on display for anyone to notice. Its proximity to the L tracks make this a near certainty. It lies mere feet from the tracks of the L's downtown loop where ordinary commuters pass by it every day.